Okay, so it looks like the live stream is up. Let's go ahead and get into the game. This video real quick, just doing a live stream of some of the fire support and air mods we use for our clan for Task Force Broadsword. What we utilize is the Dragon artillery and also the JTAC tablet. I'll provide links in the comments section below if any guys want to take a look at it. So first thing, virtual arsenal. Alright, so got all of our equipment to be a JTAC or JFO, which stands for Joint Fires Observer. Hop over to the map. And what you see here, you see a whole bunch of, we call these ACMs, or airspace coordination measures. We're going to hop up here to OP Fox where there's a little target range set up. Got a really cool little script you can add to players, which basically allows them to teleport anywhere on the map. They just open up the map and go up here to OP Fox and hold down the left control button and then left mouse button. Release it, and then it teleports you to wherever you need to be. But real quick, back to the map here. So some of these are real basic ones. So what we have here is we have IPs, which are these green circles, which stands for initiation point. Then we have BPs, which are the bluish purples, stand for battle positions, and then we have holding areas, which are orange. Basically, holding areas they're just quick references on the map where you're going. Basically, you're going to park helos, so any type of rotor attack aircraft, they hold in holding areas until they're pushed forward because they're so vulnerable before they're pushed up to their battle positions, and then their battle positions are basically where they engage from or start their engagements from. For fixed-wing aircraft, you're usually holding high overhead or offset, and then we have them basically run into the target area utilizing one of these initiation points. So for example, this is our target range up here. We'll have the aircraft use, I believe this is IP West. So basically it'll line up IP West with the target area, so basically the aircraft will be coming in from the southwest. But those are really just really simple ones that we use to just kind of deconflict and coordinate air. So back to, alright, so OP Fox, some night vision. Let's get up to the tower. And like for our group, we've got just a small live fire range set up. The guys can come in and just practice. Practice some basic call for fire, things like that. Calling in close air support. Alright, first things first, let's open up the, I have a UAV terminal, and there is a MQ-9 Reaper overhead. Where is he at? Okay, he's right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put him in orbit over our target area. Go ahead and get rid of that. We're going to put him in a wide loiter. So he doesn't get hit by any artillery or anything, and then we're going to bump him up pretty high. We're going to put him up to about 2,000. Jump to his camera. So this is the center pod. And then what we'll do is go ahead and locate Fox, which should just be directly north of the current position. to the east. There he is right there. Alright, so the first one we're going to do is go into the JTAC tablet, and we're going to bring in some rotary wing, some Apaches. To enter the JTAC tablet, you have to have a UAV terminal. If you don't have a UAV terminal on your person, then you won't get this option down here at the bottom. It says JTAC tablet. Comes up. It's really, really simple to use. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in some Apaches. We're bringing one Apache, and we're going to give him our target area. And we give him. We're actually going to sit him right overhead of us. So let's put him just to the south of us. Give him the direction he's pointed. None of this. I do recommend putting in a abort code. Real simple, number 1. Everything else looks good. We'll do a manual fire and go ahead and actually no, we're looking northeast. Actually, let's just go north. A little bit better. Okay, request has been sent. Manual fire, marker must have a laser. Yes, you are correct. Try that again. Okay, the request has been sent. The reason I do that first because the helos sometimes take a little while to get there, because basically what it does is where they're being spawned at. So we called in for who did we call in first? We called in Apache 1-1. So basically it's respawning right here, where it's actually spawning here, and then it's gonna have to fly to where we had put the his, basically like his IP or his battle position on the tablet. So it'll take a while to get here, just like normal rotors. But for now, go ahead and do the call for fire. So we've got 2 fire support assets. We got the Firebase Whiskey, which is 81mm mortars, and then down here at the main combat outpost, we've got 3x Paladins, so M109s. We're going to go ahead and use those guys. So to get to it, I've got the hotkey or the default key set for set for right control. It's normally the up arrow, but you can go ahead and change it. So just select the asset. You could either do the map click, or you can do X and Y. So basically, it's your 8-digit grid. So just jump out of that, grab my laser rangefinder, and then we'll go out here and find one of our targets. So basically, when I laze, that's going to give me my range and distance. So let's go ahead and target. Let's hit this thing out here. All right, so that's going to be our first target. You can do the grid, the X and Y, if you have it. What I normally do is I'd already know where I'm at on the map, and I have a good idea of where. I basically just it's called terrain association. So I basically just look out here and I see the terrain, and I just correspond that to the map. So I know where I'm at. I'm right here. I know I'm looking across the field. It goes down, and then it goes back up, and then right here is the barn where I believe it's the BMP is parked right on the southeast side, and then our target's going to be somewhere up here on this kind of little rise. So we'll zoom in. We'll find where that. So they've got basically a wall. They got a fence with an opening. It's just east of the fence opening. So here's the fence opening. Here's going to be the brick walls that are out there. So this brick wall. So first brick wall in. It's going to put it right about here. So that's where we're going to do our map click for our fires. So bring up our fires, do our map click, and we're going to drop that bad boy right about here. Once you click it, it brings up the call for fire page. This is where you can do all your adjustments. So basically we'll just do a spotting round right now. and we want it to be a point, so when it does fire for effect, instead of creating like a circle sheath, it's actually consolidating it all onto one point. So let's just call in 1 round. We'll just do an impact, and we'll see how close we are to the target. So it should be 1 round.
Message to observer. Over.
Exit back out. We should be able to hear the paladin shot once they fire. Turn my laser off. And again, this is the Dragon Artillery mod. I'll put the link to it on Armaholic in the comments, along with that teleport script. It's really simple to use. So the gun line's computing all the data for the shot. There's the shot. So ETA, which is basically time of flight. So time of flight is 29 seconds for impact. And the best way to do this is you zoom in as you look over your binos. So this is a proper way for like adjusting fire. We should be pretty close. You look over your binos so that you see the splash, you see the actual detonation in case it's somewhere out of your field of view and you're not SOTA straw view through your optics. So go ahead and go for it. And I don't know about you, but I did not see that. I heard the round. We definitely heard the round. Let's jump back in and see what's going on. Let's go back to our map. Alright.
End of mission out.
Let's try that again. So you have to do the end of mission. If you don't, it doesn't release the asset. And nobody else can use it until you do so. So let's go ahead and bring back in. Let's grab our paladins again. Let's map click. There's got to be a reason why we're not seeing this thing. So maps HE round. We're putting it on point. We're spotting it. Impact. Yes. Alright, we did it. Let's try it again. Pressing spotting round.
Shot over.
Okay, 30 seconds. So that was the shot. Let's see if we're getting it. I don't know about you. I heard it. I didn't see any detonation. So the splash call happens about 3 seconds before impact. It's basically just a heads up call, letting you know it's about to detonate or impact the target.
Splash over.
I don't know about you, but I am hearing it. Let's try this. The really cool thing about this, though, let's try it at a high angle. Because the cool thing about that is, I mean, you can literally do all sorts of real artillery things with this mod. Awesome mod. Okay, so let's try a high angle. So a low angle one means the error, so basically the impact area is elongated, kind of like the shape of like a cigar along the gun target line. You see this one now, the time of flight's 37 seconds, so basically this one's lobbing it in the air, kind of like a big arc, like a rainbow. And it'll have a more accurate circular error to where the round impacts, instead of elongated when it's shot at low angle. So let's see if that corrects us. Because what might happen is we might have just, the error might have just it probably went over the ridge line. Because we're hearing the impact, so it's not a lost round. So right now it's doing a high angle arc through the sky. And we just wait for the splash. "73 seconds, that's a long time of flight. That thing's like way up in the air."
Splash over.
There you go, that's what it was. Okay, so once you saw the impact, you quick dropped in. That's where our impact was. Okay, so basically, when we go ahead and laze, so you see that center of the screen, you've got, that's your range to where the impact is, and then that 034, that's your, I wish it was the mils, but that's in degrees, so that's basically your observer target line. So my observer target line right here is 37 degrees. So from my perspective, we need to add, so it needs to go further away from us, and it needs to go to the right. So add and right. And it was that high angle that that fixed it. So let's jump back into the page, and what we're going to do is, okay, so it's got target elevation, it's got all that stuff. We'll do high angle again, and what we're going to do is, so X and Y. Okay, so adjustments. Minus is for X. All right, so let's add. I mean, we're really close to it, so let's just add. Let's add 30 meters, and then let's go. Oh, X is 4. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. X is 4. You would think I would know this already. Let's try this. So let's add. Let's just add 10. Let's see if it takes this. Okay, so we're gonna go left 30. We're gonna add 10. Let's see if it takes this. I don't think it took it. Wonder if that's just giving us the corrections. Up 10. Do we hit OK? Huh. Oh.
Shot over.
Okay, so there it was. So you have to hit OK to transmit the adjust fire. So we should be getting 2 rounds. We should be getting that initial round again, the same location, and then we'll get that adjustment round. Let's see if we can get eyes on the firing battery. Open up the turret, zoom out, lock the target. Okay, so it looks like down a little left-hand corner, looks like our Apache is shown up finally. Okay, so we do have a view out to our firing battery. That's good. Let's try that again. Release. And our helo should be off to our, I hear him, there he is. There he is up there. Okay, so let's wait for our artillery impacts first.
Splash over.
Okay, so that's that first one without the adjustment. What we're going to do is we're going to target this one here using the Apache. As you can see, it gives you the, so we've already got laser on, so it's laser designating. And we're going to go ahead and hit it with an anti, so you get anti-tank and anti-personnel. So let's hit it with an anti-tank. Spot on. Let's hit it one more for good measures. Let's get it to actually fucking pop smoke through the lid, or burn through the lid. Here it comes. What do we got? Still there? There we go. Let's hit it again. Alright, so laser off. And what you can do is I'll bring up the... There we go. Bring up the JTAC tablet. And we're going to go down here to our aircraft. So we had our Apache, so he's good. And we're going to go ahead and release him. So just put it in that abort code. And then go ahead and hit abort. So he's going to bug out. He's good. And we should be coming back to our... Okay, so the Apache's off station. And, we should be getting our round, our adjusted round from the battery. Miss it. Let's go ahead and end the mission to him.
End of mission out.
Release those guns. See if we can hit it with the mortars. Go ahead and call the mortars. We'll click it. And we're just going to go fire for effect. So mortars are always high angle. We'll just do a, let's do a box, keep it kind of concentrated, so let's do 30 by 30. Let's drop 4 volleys. Fire for effect, good. Let's do a mix, medium high, let's do a mix low, and then transmit. So we should be getting mortars from, should be Whiskey. We might be out of range for them. Fire-based Whiskey. This red circle here is their max range. Yeah, see, negative shot. So let's go ahead and release them.
End of mission out.
Go back to grab our Paladins. On a ridge line, drop them right here. We'll do the same thing. We'll box them in. 30 by 30. Fire for effect. Let's go with 4 volleys, high angle, and there'll be a low mix of HE. Yeah, transmit. Alright, so while that's going on, let's go ahead and find another target. Let's go ahead, I believe there is a, actually this would be a good job for the okay, so let's find the box down there is the airport.
Shot over.
So there's our 11:30. So we got 70 second time of flight. Find our hot spot. Okay, so there's the target. Where's the other guy at? Okay, so he's actually behind us. There's 4 targets out there. So enemy artillery. Lock on to him. Go laser on. And we will release control. So he's actually somewhere down here. He's probably behind this tree. But what we'll do is we'll laser designate. We'll have the unmanned aircraft laser designate for a bomb drop. So as you can see, rounds complete. So basically, the time of flight is so long that the battery is able to complete their rounds before the first one impacts. Let's see if we can do an adjust fire on this one, because they're all still pretty much concentrated short to the left. So let's go ahead and put that adjustment in right now. So we'll do a fire for effect. We're going to do a point. Let's go ahead and send. See if we're doing this right. Let's shift 30. This should be an add 10. Just fire. Yeah, they should have gotten that. Alright, so we're already laser designating. Let's bring up the tablet again. We're already laser designating for the other vehicle, which is somewhere in this area down here. So let's go ahead and let's get Hog. His target's going to be relatively somewhere in this area. Gives us our ring on how close our IP can be. Let's have him, we're going to have him run in from the east. So he needs to be heading west. Infantry, no. It's heavy armor. It's going to be marked by the laser. And it's going to be a, let's go ahead and hit it with a GBU-12. Make sure you put in the abort. I just throw in a 1. Request is sent. Let's jump out of here. I don't know if I can see that laser spot from the pred. Oh, there's something right there. Oh, it's a fucking rabbit. Okay, so Hog's en route. And he's going to be attacking from the east. There's the pred up there. That's lasing the vehicle on the ground. We should see the A-10 coming out of the east at some point. Engaging target out. I hear him. Seeing smoke. Yeah, so it's just on the other side of that tree. Couldn't see him. Let's go ahead and have him come around. Just hit it one more time. Okay, target's still marked. Okay, there's the secondaries. So we'll just hit it one more time. Have him hit it one more time. Reaper's still lasing it, or laser designating it. Okay, there's Hog out there. So here comes 1-1 again. Alright, there's that second impact. He's outbound. So what we'll do is just confirm the target. So once you confirm target hit, it basically releases him. He should be out of the AO. Yeah, so he's leaving now. What's going on with our firing battery? How come it never adjusted? $30, $10. So that's basically it. Let's teleport back. See what the hell's going on with that firing battery. See if they're actually adjusting their guns. So I'll go here. Nope, didn't work. Okay, that's weird. What is it doing? Nope. Oh, for some reason it doesn't want to work now. That's weird. Okay, let's respawn that. Should drop us back over at the runway. Okay, let's figure out why that respawn's not working. Or the teleport. Huh, weird. Not working now.
End of mission. Out.
Grab the paladins again. Map click. And then we'll use the Reaper to give us eyes on in the target area. Drop, point, fire for effect, high angle. Let's go with 6 rounds. And transmit. Exit out. Oh, still had control of it when I respawned, so it's not letting me access it.
Shadow.
Alright, so maybe it only allows you to do it that one time. I'll have to look into it. See if we can get it to keep repeating, because it worked the first time. So that should be 2 more volleys and rounds complete. So that's basically what we use for our fire support and for our close air support when it's totally autonomous and we're not having additional players play those roles. It should be 1 more. Should be rounds complete.
Splash over.
There's the first one's impacting. Rounds complete. All right.
End of mission.